Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. This is Adventures with Plastic Crack, and I have purchased for myself a brand spanking new, fresh and crispy 1987 Island Fun skipper. And I remember looking through the brochure around those, the 87, 88, and just kind of wanting her. It always sort of struck me as weird because she was kind of short. But I didn't know until much later that she has the original skipper size body. Because she was taller in 88 when I started getting skippers. So, we have this little box here. And she has the 1985 Hot Stuff skipper head. It was used on Tropical Skipper and Jewel Secret skipper, and I think that's the only. Those are only the only 4 dolls this face was used on. She looks like a little tiny superstar head mold, different than the Super Teen skipper. So, I think they sort of scaled the head back down to the original height, but sometimes they used it, like for the 2 beach skippers, they used it on the original body, and then they used for Jewel Secret skipper and Hot Stuff skipper, they used the Super Teen style body. So I'll show some samples in a minute, but I didn't want to get too far into this. So I've got this. She's never removed from the box. The cellophane's still good. It's just the box is a little bit crushed. And I'm not sure if that happened when it got jammed into my mailbox, or if the people who got this and then resold it found it like this. It looks like it's been crushed for a while. There's some dust in there. So I believe that the place that I bought this from on eBay is finding stuff worth selling and then donating portions to cancer. And I wasn't really paying attention to that when I got her. It was just one of those, like, I had a couple hundred things that I had bookmarked, and then I had whittled it down to what I could afford. And the other thing that I got are the things that I could afford. This excursion into the world of getting things, because I really didn't want another project doll, and I didn't it didn't feel fulfilling to buy parts to work on one of my existing project dolls, partly because the stuff that I need to go to Joann Fabric and or Michael's, and transportation hasn't been real simple for me lately, and I didn't feel like it. So I've got this. So here's the side that shows some of the 3 of the allegedly 14 different ways that she can wear her little sarong skirt situation. So we see on the back we've got Teresa and Barbie and Ken and Miko, and it says, at least it says they exist. It says also available Island Fun Steven and Christy. Not pictured on the back of the box, which is a little bit racist. And then typically in Europe, they would only have Barbie, Ken, and Skipper. They wouldn't have any of the ethnic dolls. Although in the 90s, they tended to have Kira, but they would call her Marina. And then in like 95, 96, they started getting better diversity. So she has a seahorse comb. It looks like hers is orange, so that's exciting. And then this side doesn't have any pictures on it. So this is... her number is 4064, and it looks like she was originally sold at a Walmart, so it wouldn't have been in New Hampshire, because we didn't get Walmart in my area until like mid-90s maybe. And of course it's gonna fray. Well, it'll say unboxing in the video title anyway. There we go. Oh, there it is. So, this is the 88 catalog, and the box date is 88, but it was always my understanding that these dolls came out in 87, and that the beach dolls for 88 were actually the California Dream. I could have just invented that, but I had a bunch of these pamphlets because I had some dolls from this year. So I've got the Teen Fun Skipper there. I used to have this fashion. For a long time I only had the shirt and the little one of the little pink shoes. Perfume Pretty stuff. There's the jewelry kit, a lot like the Jewel Secrets one. There's the bath stuff. There was like a booklet that came with Barbie that had all these in it, and I used to drool over that. And then Barbie, I got her in kindergarten, and then Whitney, I had one of those, and then her head got knocked off, so I threw her out after her head got lost in the playground at school, because it was on sand, and then I got a replacement one. So I have a newer, like really old ones of this pamphlet, and the newer ones. And then I've got a midge that I got like 10 years ago. I used to like ogle all of these things down here. And then on the back, we got this whole big set of Island Fun. So if you see here, you can actually see Christy and Steven. Are they gonna? Christy and Steven. And then Teresa and Miko. And then Barbie and Ken and Skipper. You can see how short she is on the picture here. The hut. So, and then we have another pamphlet. Get that to focus in a little bit. Barbie and the Sensations. Always wanted them. They're kind of pricey if you could get them. Always wanted that poodle skirt fashion. Never got it. And then you see here with this jukebox set, the jukebox is styled to look like the front of the 57 Chevy. And this came out before the actual 57 Chevy car. That wasn't until 89. And then I think, I don't know if the Barbie and the Rockers jukebox, but there was at least 2 or 3 of these jukeboxes that had that Chevy front. So that's kind of weird. And I actually forgot to mention that during my 57 Chevy video. So then we have, my thing fell. So also 1987, Dr. Barbie and Ken and Nurse Whitney, they just have a skipper in here shown as a patient. And then the closet, no, that's not the closet. Loving Care play case, which folds up into a little doctor bag. We have My First Barbie, and the first gift-giving Barbie, and then Funtime Barbie. There is a black Funtime Barbie. She's pink. She's got the same face as this Teresa. And then a Fun to Dress Barbie in the bikini. Blinking Beauty Horse. Always wanted her. I actually have this fashion now that I always wanted. The Barbie with this big western skirt. It's her fake leather boots are sticky. I just got that last fall and I got that big box of stuff. Ice Cream Shop playset. That used to be a holy grail item. Now I'm not like super into the playsets, but partly because of space. And then the Ferrari. So that's what's on there. Super into these. The beach taxi vehicle. I used to just look at those pictures constantly and just want stuff. But yeah, California Dream, 1988. In Europe, they had Barbie, Ken, and Skipper was the short Skipper. So, let me continue. It's always nice to have one of these. If I have an extra, I might sell this one. Okay. Oh, we got extra stuff here. Wow, that is oxidized. I really want to be a Barbie fan club member and receive the Barbie magazine 4 times a year. I got the Barbie magazine for a while, from like 92 to 95. A few years when I was in elementary school. Okay, so how to wear the stuff. So this, oh, they're not even printed. Wow, okay, so all the different ways to tie the skirt thing. Sorry, my tripod's being fail right now. Melting. Let me try to fix this a little bit. Okay. Okay. I think this is actually Barbie in the picture here, but all the dolls have the same basic it's with an H, halter top, string tie one piece, and the sarong thing. So just showing the different ways that they said that you could tie it. And then a few more on the back. I don't know if I'd necessarily call that 14 different ways. It's basically just different ways of making the same shape, but changing the way that it's tied. A 90-day limited warranty. I don't know. I don't know if that's still valid at this point. Anyway, it's weird that that's so brown. It's not discolored. It doesn't look like it got wet. I think there's just like air that got in, unless it was in... It doesn't smell like smoke. That's weird. Just aged paper. Okay, so here's the back. That should be... take like 2 seconds to get out of there. And the feet. And the double stick tape holding that bag on doesn't hold anymore. So we got the skipper here. Okay, so I'm going to put this over here. Alright, so this bag, oh, there's even the actual cellophane from the double stick tape. I'm just going to open this bag. It's too tight and small to, ooh, that's kind of shiny. Shiny? Battelle Inc. 1987, Hong Kong. Okay, so this skipper is made in Hong Kong. Ew, it's like crispy film from stuff that I was touching over here. So, is this one? I guess this one used to be shiny. It's kind of crusty now. So, here's this orange seahorse for skipper. I'll put this on the black background so it's easier to see. So, skipper's orange seahorse. And then this side doesn't have the copyright information. It just says 3-2 with a little circle, and then it has the copyright stuff there. So the seahorse pick, and then I have this pink one. I've never seen it in orange before. I have this hot pink one from my 1989 Beach Blast Teresa. Same exact one. They use the same tines like this and the same general idea for the Totally Hair Barbie picks, which are also the same as the Lights and Lace Barbie picks, but those ones have like a little like shooting rainbow on them instead of a seahorse. So we see these late 80s, early 90s pick combs that some of the dolls came with. As you can see, this one's been used quite a bit, and my doll had really thick fiber hair, so it bent the tines. So now I have one in orange as well. It's a really bright tangerine color. It's not picking up on the camera because the camera doesn't really take up neon colors. This guy over here. Try to get her. Okay, so here's Skipper again. Oh, there's another double stick tape up here. Gross. Okay. Wow, that's weird. They're all twirly on the end. I guess it's so little kids won't like cut their hands on the end of the thing, and they can't just pull it right through the cardboard. I don't remember encountering them curled up before. That's weird. But then again, I only gotten like one other doll from 1987 new in the package, And that was a Jewel Secrets Whitney before my nervous breakdown and my collection imploded, and I never really knew what to do with her. And eventually I just kind of like mangled some of her stuff and then I got rid of her. But I got her new in the box. Of course, now that I'm collecting all these skippers, I kind of wish I had kept her, because then she would go with the Jewel Secrets skipper. But I don't really need her. And she also has like a golden fro. What I was gonna do, what I wanted to do with the Jewel Secrets Whitney, was to make her silver and turquoise dress into a version of the Solo and the Spotlight dress, which would be kind of pointless because I already have Solo and the Spotlight Barbie. Okay, so her legs are a little bit gummy from whatever has been flapping around in the box. They might need to be cleaned a little bit. There's just, you know, ambient dust that gets in the little cracks in the packaging. Okay, so there's a waistband off of her. Okay, so this is interesting. I've never seen this before either. So these dolls have a lot of hair, and she's got her ponytail separated into 3 chunks. So these rubber bands are rotted. I can tell right now they're crispy. Hopefully they won't be stuck in. Now I'm not going to keep her original hair set here. I'm going to let it loose like it is on the box. So I'm going to sit her down for a second. I want to get scissors. Here's my super sharpity sharp scissors. And I don't feel like digging through a pile of crap to get to my my sewing kit, so I'm just going to use this pin. I'm going to pull these up. Set in focus. Let me try to focus that down a little bit. Probably about as good as that's going to get. So when rubber gets old, because it's sort of an organic material, it dries out. Right, rubber trees. So these, I almost said Band-Aids. These would have originally been like yellow rubber bands. And they're sort of glazed looking. They look a little bit like caramelized onions. There's a little tiny bit of stretch left. Some of them can rot, and to the point where they melt into the hair. It looks like we're lucky here. So they just kind of came right off. I'll get this one. Let's see if I can pull it out. Now, typically when I get a doll that's old like this, or any doll that has, I mean, they stop putting real rubber bands in the doll hair at some point. They've got those clear elastics. But even those elastics can dry out and snap. And especially the cheap ones I got at the grocery store, I've had to replace several of them. Okay, so here's another rotted rubber band. A little bit of pull left in it. I like the way they did this hair. This is so much better than having it all in like a plastic tab and pulling it and having it rip. There is a piece of plastic, a piece of rubber band raw over here that doesn't seem to have been connected to anything. So there was a while where I hated this Skipper face. But when I got Hot Stuff Skipper as a completist thing and realized how frackin' cute she was, I decided that I did indeed want the other ones that were like that. I mean, there's only 4. Why not get them? But I've always wanted Island Fun Skipper. She's just like those orange lips, and she's just so bright and cute. I feel like Tropical Skipper isn't quite as cute. But I'll probably get her eventually too. So Island Fun Miko is the second Miko. Tropical was the first one. So it was like the revamp of the Malibu line that started with the... Oh man, this one's kind of gooey. I might have to cut that one. I just don't want to cut her hair because it's pretty close to it. I'm going to stretch her out this way a little bit. Okay. That one's a little sticky. Yeah, it's like fried to her hair over here. See if I can get it. Oh, yes. Okay. Only had one pull out. Look at this. Is nasty. It's like all melted, like cheese, like nacho cheese, but don't eat it. Okay. All right. So her hair is the same texture. I think it's not quite as it's not quite as thick as Hot Stuff Skipper. It's longer though. She's got a little two-tone action going here. I don't want to fray that out too much. Alright, so she's got this fabric lay here. She can put it in her hair. She can wrap it around her. She does have the twist waist. So I'm going to pull her little sarong off here. So the reason this can be tied so many ways is because it has really long strings on it, apparently. I've never had one of these dolls before. This is some kind of a... It's like... They use this material a lot. I don't know if it's tricot or what. It's like a polyester knit or something. But it has no seams. But it's like pretending that it's not going to fray when it gets played with. There is a little bit... Oh, it's just blue fluff. Okay. So her back says Mattel Inc. 1967. So this is the twist and turn 1967 twist and turn skipper body. So you can see there's the little waist there. Let me pull this. Let me untie this. So this is the same as the original skipper body, but it's given this slightly angled twisting waist. So I've never had one like this before. It only twists a certain amount. There's a little notch in there, I'm guessing, that prevents her from going further. So that's on an angle. Does this? Okay, so this one just... This body only allows for the head to move from side to side. It looks like a rounded neck knot, but it's not. Okay. And just like the original skipper, she can sit. And this one had, like the 1965 bend leg skipper, has bendable legs. That's only 2 clicks. She doesn't, her legs are a little bit sticky, but not bad. A lot of dolls from the 80s will get, their legs will get real sticky and you'll have a hard time getting any dirt to stay off of there. I'm having that problem with my Perfume Pretty Whitney, and I bought her never removed from the box like 10 or 15 years ago. But some of the dolls from the 80s, they'll get light spotting on their legs. It looks really weird on like darker skinned dolls. Oh, and I got some of that hair caught in the thing already. What's that? Oh, and her suit needs to be tied really tight, apparently, to keep it from falling off her chest. Okay. Got some of her hair in there by accident. It's really hard for me to tie bows now because my hands are big. And it was, it's easier when one is a tiny child and the fingers are smaller. Okay. Her hair out of there. Oh my god, I love that hair. It's like, oh, now it's like too tight. Pulling it, whatever. So that's that body. I've not had a twist and turn skipper body yet, and I've not had a bend leg skipper body yet. I was gonna try to make up for it by getting like a bend leg scooter, which is hard to get. And there's her lay. Put it like, her head like a little crown. Come on. Come on. Maybe. Put a little hat. Okay. Well, anyway, that looks cute. So I have a 1964 skipper here. She has a straight leg, so her legs don't bend. They're hard plastic. And I've opened this up because it's easier to get off than the other doll. But she has the same body, no twist waist, and her legs only go up and down. So because they're non-bendable, they don't have the seam in it as noticeably from the vinyl. What's that? And then her head only goes side to side too. So the original skipper face, the last one of these would be on this body that I know of would have been Sun Gold Malibu skipper in 1984, and I should point out that they have the same arm. Well, they have different arms. Look at that, her arms are different. Are they? Oh, it's just her hands are different. Okay, so she does have the same arms. Her hands are different. Sun Gold Malibu skipper, 1984, and Great Shape skipper, 1983. Most of the other skippers, there would have been Western skipper, 81, a Horse Lovin' skipper, 83, that had the superstar style face and body. And then the other ones would have been different. So I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put her little thing back on. There, she's going to get a little fancy. I'll put like a bow up here or something. Oh, see, I already messed up the edge. That's not gonna work. Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna put it back on as a skirt because I don't like what was happening. I want to make sure that the orange part is showing. Okay. There. Something. So I only played with it for like 5 seconds and I already like ripped one of the loops down here on my thumb. Okay. Whatever. I'm just going to leave her like that. So there is the Island Fun skipper. 9 inches tall. Come on. And just here's Hot Stuff skipper. So she's a little bit taller. I think she's 9.5 inches. And she has this, I think her butt is like the same as this one. But she has, I think she has these, her legs look like the same length. Her torso is a little bit longer. And she has a swivel head. And this, I believe this is the Super Teen body. It is based on... The body itself is actually based on Growing Up skipper, but it's hard plastic. So she has a slightly longer torso, I believe. And she has a twistable waist. But her torso is a little bit bigger. She has these slightly bendy arms. But she has the same face. But if you look at this... Let me put these in here. The face paint's quite different. I would say that in both of these the eyes are set fairly wide apart, but we can definitely see a difference between 85 here and this 87 makeup, where there's like more defined lashes. You'll see dolls from 85 like Day to Night Barbie, their makeup's gonna look a lot more like this. Here her lips are like hot pink and it doesn't come up that well on the camera, and this is like a hot tangerine lip color. Like even the hot pink up here isn't coming in. But really nice looking doll. And they have the same hair texture. It's getting a little bit like waxy from age. This one not as bad as this one, but this girl's 2 years older, so so there we have it. So that's my unboxing. I also grabbed one of these. This is a 2019 Stacy, Team Stacy. I've got her in Hot Stuff Skipper's sweatshirt. But she's the same height. Let me put them, where can I put them? These girls. Come on, work with me here, ladies. They're the same height. They're both 9 inches tall. There we go. All right. And then this girl, 9.5. And then 1987 Skipper was 10 inches tall. And I believe the 87, 10 inches. And I think or 10.5. Either 10 or 10.5. There's a progression. But I have a whole Skipper video about that. But I just wanted to show the bodies a little bit. Okay, so I messed around with her for a few minutes, and I've got her skirt thing set up in a way that I kind of like. It's not doing exactly what I want it to, like right in the back there, but I'm not going to worry about it because her hair is covering it. So I kind of like this situation here. So I used her hair tie, and I just kind of, her lei, and I just kind of wrapped it around the hair to keep it from swaying around too much, and I still wanted her to have that crown effect. So that works out pretty well, and she's just real cute. And again, I'm excited to have this original Skipper body with this 1967 twist and turn format. So the Skipper that I'm missing in this size, at least body-wise, is the live action 71. And I was looking at some of them, and I'll probably get one soon, because that's the only one that I'm really missing. I mean, I need Scooter, I need Ricky. I'd like to get a Malibu Skipper, but she has this same body, so I'm not that worried about that, because I've got two with that face. I'd like to get a Malibu one because they're tan and the makeup is different, and I'd like to get one of the other ones from the 80s, maybe California Skipper, just because she's the last one. But she's gonna cost, because I'd have to get her from Canada or Europe or something. Yeah, so I did the suit, I wrapped the thing differently, and I just did that with the lei for her hair. So she's really cute though. So if you want to see more adventures with Plastic Crack, just do an old subscribe there. I'm putting them out. Currently, my schedule for these videos is the 2nd and 4th Friday of every month. And the next video I'm doing is also going to be an unboxing, because I've got the other thing that I bought when I bought this that's going to be arriving soon. And it's going to be miniatures from the 90s that go with 2 that I've already got. And I had to get it because what was $24 the last time I was looking for them is now like over $100, so I got one for $30. And consider myself lucky. I'm still missing one in that set, but I can get her for like $10 later on. So I'm not worried about it. So that's going to be an unboxing in 2 weeks from when this video is dropping. Also in October 2021. So, I think on the 15th? No. The 20th. Maybe the 20th. That sounds about right. No. The 22nd. Oh my god, if I could do numbers. So that unboxing is going to be on the 22nd of October. And I have if you subscribe, you can find it, and my playlist is actually called Adventures with Plastic Crack. That's for doll stuff. I have a doll customization folder in my DeviantArt gallery. I don't have anything for sale, though. I've got a couple extra doll parts on Etsy. I've got some Totally Hair Barbie depth styling tubes and a 1987 dinner date fashion that's still hanging out on there. And I may I've got to check and see if I have extras, because I might sell this pamphlet if I have one already that's in new condition. I think that's it. If you're interested in my artwork, I've got, you know, like this, or fashion designs, or celebrities, or angels, or animals, and random other things. I've got merch on Cafe Press, prints on DeviantArt, real art items on Etsy. I've got a couple stuffed animals, another 3D thing, chapbook packs. Anything on Etsy, 3 or more items, 17% off with coupon code 3star17. I have 2 coloring books and dark poetry over here as well. Everything's through my Linktree, all this stuff. linktr.ee/CATtheMinion. If you'd like to try getting a tarot reading from me, I have a complete list in the description box down below. All this information is there too. You'll see the slide of this after I sign off, so you can look at it better if you are so inclined. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. Check out my playlists tab, my discussion tab, and stay groovy, and we'll see you later. Bye. Alright, so I have a little addendum here before I put the slide. Her arms stick out to the side much more than the original Skipper arms, and I figured out that this shoulder here, let me get in on that a little bit. This is angled. It's angled inwards a little bit. So even though they stuck the same arm on here, it's sticking out to the side more. See how her arm is cut now that I tied her thing back on. I have to undo that again. I gotta be careful too, because this thing was like $100 and it's already it's frayed. Okay. See how straight that joint is? It's straight. It's the same arm, but this joint is angled inwards, and we see that the result is that her arms are sticking out to the side. Even though, like, the hands are the same, we've got the same hands. So I just noticed that when I was setting these up to do a little picture for the thumbnail. So that's unusual. Something worth noting. So I'm curious now to see if that sun gold Malibu Skipper and those 70s sunset Malibu Skippers and the 1967 through 69 twist and turn Skippers have arms that stick out to the sides, because I never paid attention to that because I didn't realize there was a difference. So that's interesting. Alright, I'm really going now. Toodaloo!